There are 4 books that'll make you smarter than 99% of people, and none of them are on any bestseller list. They were written by samurai and the Zen monks who trained them. Musashi, who never lost a duel, Tsunetomo, who taught the warrior code, and 2 masters whose students became legends. These books make you sharp where it actually matters. Fast decisions, zero hesitation, total clarity. We're breaking down all 4 because they connect. Each one builds on the last, starting with what Musashi wrote 1 week before he died. Book 1, Dokkodo, The Way of Walking Alone. This wasn't a book, it was a death letter. Musashi had 1 week left, and he wrote down 21 precepts, the rules that kept him alive through 60 duels. Here's your problem right now. You're addicted to validation. You check your phone 100 times a day looking for proof that you matter. You know what you should do, but you're waiting for someone to agree with you first. Musashi's precepts destroy this. Precept 4. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. You're overthinking every move because you think it matters so much. It doesn't. The world keeps spinning whether you act or not. You're not that important, and that's freedom. Stop being paralyzed by opinions. Another one. Accept everything just the way it is. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. They're never coming. And do not seek pleasure for its own sake. Your dopamine addiction is making decisions for you right now, not you. Most people die never knowing what they actually wanted because they spent their whole life asking everyone else. Dokkodo fixes that, but complete self-reliance makes you isolated. You're independent, but you're drifting with no reason to commit. That's where the second book comes in. Book 2, Hagakure, Hidden by Leaves. This book was hidden for 150 years because the ideas were too extreme. Written by Yamamoto Tsunetomo, and the core is 1 line. The way of the samurai is found in death. Here's what that actually means. You're acting like you have infinite time. You've been planning that move for 2 years. You've been thinking about that conversation for 6 months. Samurai made decisions in hours because they lived like they were already dead. There's a morning practice in this book that changes everything. You wake up and imagine you're already dead. Today is borrowed time. What does that do? It kills procrastination instantly. No time to wait. It destroys fear of failure. You're already dead. What's the risk? And it forces total clarity. You have 1 life. What actually matters? Every day you hesitate, you're choosing comfort over the life you actually want. Death awareness doesn't make you reckless. It makes you committed. You stop drifting and start moving. But here's the problem. Commitment without mental clarity is just charging into the wrong battles. You'll move fast in the wrong direction. The third book fixes this. A Zen monk wrote it for samurai who were too tense to fight effectively. What he taught them applies to every decision you'll ever make under pressure. Book 3, The Unfettered Mind, written by Takuan Soho, a Zen monk. Here's the crazy part. He made samurai deadlier by teaching them to think less. Swordsmen would come to him paralyzed by overthinking. They'd freeze in duels because they were thinking about technique, about consequences, about everything. Takuan taught them mushin, no mind, a flow state where action happens without thought. Here's the concept. Your mind stops where it focuses. If you're thinking about the outcome, you're stuck. If you're worried about looking stupid, you're frozen. The mind that flows doesn't attach to anything. It just moves. You know exactly what you need to do right now. You're just thinking instead of doing. Every second you spend in your head, someone with less clarity is taking action and winning. Takuan's teaching is simple. Stop analyzing and start moving. Mastery doesn't come from thinking about the right move. It comes from repetition until the right move is automatic. Now you're self-reliant, committed, and mentally clear. But there's still a gap. Knowing what to do and actually doing it are 2 different things. The 4th book closes that gap completely. It was written by the sword instructor to the shogunate. Book 4, The Life-Giving Sword, written by Yagyu Munenori, sword instructor to the Tokugawa shogunate. Everyone called it the death-dealing sword. They were completely wrong. Here's what Yagyu understood. There's a level of mastery where discipline disappears. You don't force yourself to do the right thing anymore. You just do it automatically. That's the life-giving sword. It's not about destroying your weakness through force. It's about building the pattern so deep that correct action becomes your default. You've got the framework now. You've got the knowledge. But knowing and doing are completely different. Yagyu's method is repetition until it's unconscious. You practice the discipline until discipline isn't even a decision anymore. It's just who you are. Here's what you have now that 99% of people don't. Dokkodo made you self-reliant. You don't need validation. Hagakure gave you commitment. You act like you're running out of time because you are. Unfettered mind gave you clarity. You flow instead of freeze. And Life-giving sword made it automatic. Discipline becomes your default setting. This isn't theory. This is the actual framework that created the most disciplined warriors in history. Now you have it. The question is whether you'll actually use it.